What does it take to beat an Olympic gold medalist when that Olympic gold medalist is still a teenager? On the biggest stage in junior track and field, two American sprinters just settled a rivalry that has captivated the athletics world. Was history about to repeat itself, or was revenge finally served? This is the story of the men's 400 meters final at the World Athletics Under-20 Championships 2026 in Eugene, Oregon, and trust me, you do not want to miss how this one ended. Before we get into the race itself, let's talk about why this final mattered so much. Quincy Wilson is not just another young sprinter. He became the youngest male track athlete in history to make a United States Olympic team, and he has held multiple American and world age group records. Fans have been watching him since high school, expecting him to dominate every race he enters. But 2 months before this World Under-20 final, something unexpected happened. At the United States Under-20 Championships, also held in Eugene, a sprinter named Jayden Deleon stunned everyone. Deleon ran a personal best of 44.52 seconds to defeat Wilson, who crossed the line in 44.84 seconds. That time from Deleon was the second fastest 400 meters ever run by an American high school athlete, second only to Wilson himself. That single race changed the entire conversation in junior sprinting. Instead of one dominant favorite, the United States suddenly had two athletes capable of running historically fast times. And everyone knew these two would meet again this time, on the world stage with a global title on the line. So when both athletes advanced through the rounds in Oregon, all eyes were on this rematch. Wilson looked sharp in the heats, winning his race in 45.74 seconds. Deleon was even faster, leading the entire first round with a time of 45.63 seconds. In the semifinals, Wilson turned it up, running 45.02 seconds to win his heat, while Deleon eased through in 45.49 seconds by the time the final arrived. The stage was set for one of the most anticipated races of the entire championships. Stick around, because what happened next was even more dramatic than anyone expected. The men's 400 meters final took place on the final evening of competition at Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon, in front of a roaring crowd that had been waiting all week for this exact showdown. 9 athletes lined up for the final, representing 5 different countries. In lane after lane stood sprinters who had already proven themselves throughout the championships, but really, this race came down to whether Quincy Wilson could reclaim his crown, or whether Jayden Deleon would prove that his win back in June was no fluke. From the very first strides, both Americans looked like they were racing on a different level from the rest of the field. When the results came in, Jayden Deleon crossed the line first, stopping the clock at 44.47 seconds. That time was not just a win, it was a new championship record, cementing Deleon's rise from a promising rival into a certified American record breaker. His reaction time off the blocks was 0.146 seconds, one of the fastest in the entire field. Right behind him was Quincy Wilson, finishing in 44.62 seconds, a season best performance. Even though Wilson didn't take the win, running 44.62 seconds was still a phenomenal result, proving once again just how dominant these two athletes are compared to the rest of the world's best junior sprinters. His reaction time was 0.163 seconds. Taking the bronze medal was South Africa's Leendert Kokemoor, a member of South Africa's world bronze medal, winning 4x400 meters relay team. He crossed the line in 44.96 seconds, capping off a strong championship for the South African sprinting program. Fourth place went to Ghana's Godfred Opoku, who finished in 45.46 seconds. Fifth was Zion Davis of the Bahamas, clocking 46 seconds flat. Malachi Austin of Guyana took 6th place in 46.03 seconds, followed by South Africa's second finalist, Kryn Romine, in 7th place with a time of 46.16 seconds. And here's a story you don't want to miss. In 8th place was India's Mohammad Ashfaq, finishing in 46.20 seconds. Just making a world final is already a massive achievement, but for Ashfaq, this entire championship was a breakthrough. Earlier in the competition, the 19-year-old had already rewritten his own national under-20 record, running 45.81 seconds in the first round, smashing his previous best of 46.05 seconds, which he had set back in April at the Under-20 Federation Cup in Bengaluru. For Indian athletics, watching one of their own reach a World Under-20 400 meters final is a genuinely historic moment, one that could inspire the next generation of Indian sprinters. Rounding out the field in 9th place was France's Milan Klemenich, who ran 46.31 seconds. So what does all of this mean for the bigger picture? Jayden Deleon has now beaten Quincy Wilson twice in a row, first at the national level. And now on the biggest junior stage in the world, while also setting a new championship record in the process. That is not luck. That is not a fluke. That is a genuine changing of the guard in American junior sprinting. But let's not count out Quincy Wilson either. Running a season best of 44.62 seconds in a world final, even in defeat, shows that he remains one of the fastest young sprinters on the planet. Silver at a world championship is still an incredible result for any athlete, let alone a teenager who is about to begin his college career. What makes this rivalry even more remarkable is that both Deleon and Wilson come from the state of Maryland, giving one single American state an extraordinary grip on the future of the men's 400 meters event. If this is the level these two are running at as teenagers, imagine what we might see from them in 5 or 10 years, on senior stages like the World Championships or even the Olympics. Meanwhile, keep an eye on names like Leander Kokemer from South Africa and Muhammad Ashfaq from India. This generation of quarter-milers is stacked, and we are only just getting started. So here's the question I want to leave you with. Do you think Quincy Wilson can bounce back and reclaim his title from Jayden Deleon, or has the torch officially been passed to a new #1 in American junior sprinting? Drop your prediction in the comments below. I really want to know what you think. If you enjoyed this breakdown of one of the most exciting junior track and field races of the year, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth coverage of the world's rising track and field stars. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.